Hi everyone, Sandra ends here with Remax Real Estate, here with your December 2022 update. A lot of changes happening and about to happen in real estate in British Columbia. The first one is the farewell to rental restrictions. Premier Eby made a change to the Strata Property Act, which makes rental restrictions no more enforceable. The only place they are enforceable is of course short-term rentals like Airbnb or VRBO, and anything age restricted 55 plus. Of course, any kind of pre-sale or leasehold properties do not apply to this because they are not necessarily a part of the Strata Property Act. So if you own an investment property or a second property in a building that had rental restrictions on it, those are no longer enforceable. Second thing I wanted to bring up is the foreign buyer ban of purchasing real estate in Canada starting January 1st. That is all I know about this at this point, because as of December 14th, there have been no regulations released from the government. Again, this starts January 1st. As soon as I get some information, I'm going to get another video out for people to let you know how that's going to look. Some guesses and some predictions around this is that this restriction is going to be mostly around major centers such as Vancouver, the Greater Toronto area, and thinking that possibly resort areas like Whistler, other ski resorts may not. This may not apply to them, but we don't know at this point. But as those regulations are released, I'll get that information out to you. Third thing I want to talk to you about is three-day rescission. Starting January 1st in British Columbia, there will now be a mandatory 3-day rescission for buyers anytime they put in an offer on the property. Now, the government started talking about this much earlier this year, thinking that they were going to slow down the heated real estate market that was happening at the time. Of course, this still isn't in effect and for another couple of weeks, and really isn't really going to apply very much, particularly now that most buyers are able to put in, at least 5 to 10 day subjects on an offer, but the 3-day will still apply. So what that means is, in a nutshell, is that when you put in an offer on a property, you have 3 days to rescind that offer for whatever reason. But if you do use that 3-day rescission, you will need to pay a fee for that, and that is based on the purchase price of the property. That fee will be paid directly to the seller, that the seller will keep, even though you're not purchasing the property, and they can continue and move on to sell to the next property. I'm also going to make another video about that as well and get some more information out, especially once we get the paperwork, the new paperwork around this has not been released yet. And so I haven't been able to see or review or talk about that yet. Another government regulation, what can I say? On another happier note, we're at the end of 2022. I hope you've had a wonderful year. Wishing you and your family and friends a wonderful holiday season and a great 2023.